Oh, happy SatHERday. Welcome to Mo Knows, featuring me, Monica Mo Justice. Right. She ugly. All right, I'm not gonna be here all night. So come on in. Do drop in, bring a friend. Do come in, bring a friend. Oh, I should have looked to see if anybody else was live. It don't really matter because I don't watch too many of those other people's. Oh, oh. And I just get my day over with. Oh gosh. They ain't finished spanking your ass somewhere else. You need to come up in here and start some shit. Oh, man. Just when you thought it was safe to come on the fucking YouTube street, here comes the mofo to mess up your whole day. Your mama. That's exactly what I plan on doing. Mm, mm, mm. That's what I think about you. Mm. You ever heard somebody tell somebody they boring, but they got their ass being the first one up in their boring shit? That's like saying you got a bitch that can't fuck, and you the only one got your dick up in it. Good night, sir. Have a good evening. Go play with people that like to play with toys. Just fucking nuisance. If I ain't never seen a fucking nuisance in my whole life. And people be mad that I don't block your ass. And I be like, you know why I don't block his ass? Because he don't matter. You can stay there doing all the crazy shit you do. And I'm just going to be like, oh, wow. Anyway, somebody else please come save me from this disaster in my chat room. Mm, 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 mm. Where they put it at? Oh, it's at Madison Square Garden. Because that's what's on 34th Street. I'll be back when some interesting people get in the chat. People I want to talk to. Good night, DC. Good evening, Diane. We seem to have unwanted intruders have have come into the gated community. So, so or an intruder. Let me just say that. So, I just went on radio silent. I was patrolling the neighborhood. Fuck you. How about that? All right. So I'm gonna go back to patrolling the neighborhood. I'm going to secure the perimeters. Hey, Mr. Brown. Enjoy your night. I'll be around too. When you're driving in, I'll be around. I'm going to get my I'm gonna do my hair tomorrow. So I'm gonna do my hair first, and then I'm gonna go and do the Sunday worship. I have a few things on my mind for the worship that I could probably be doing some research on. Ever seen people just hang out in boring places? Mother, fuck that. It took you a whole 20 minutes to figure that shit out. Damn, I was out by you today though, because I had to go visit somebody in the hospital. Um, they were in the hospital down in Princeton. Anyway, we'll chat about that tomorrow. See you later. Have a good night. No, I'm right here chilling. I'm chilling. I was actually doing something. I was trying to do something. I was trying to find my other picture. What you been up to, Mr. Brown? I don't want to put this out. I think I'm put this off. Yeah. All right, let's see if this works. For, no. Forget about it. Go, Momo. Momo, Mo. I'm not talking to you. You on vacation. I have to wait till you return from vacation to speak to you. Don't come in here trying to be my friend while you on vacation. Oh, is that about right? There we go. There we go. There we go. For a minute, I thought the Justice Department was under attack. No, the Justice Department. No, every now and again somebody try to breach security. I was checking out the perimeters. See, I went to go get the damn thing to remind mother freakers I am the queen. I reign supreme. Please hold while I go turn on the light. Fucking up my SatHERday. I wasn't even planning on being here this long. You done made me be here 10 extra minutes. I don't understand that character. But on these people be busy doing other crazy shit. What more can I say? All right. We're gonna have to do something about that yellow light. All right. Oh, Jesus. Joseph and Mary. Oh, did I try to do everything today? Hey Boogie, how things going? Boogie. I can't even with Boogie right now. I really can't. I was in a nail salon. I'm listening to Boogie's live. I had to fucking take it off a speaker. I was like, oh shit, that's crazy. I can't listen to this shit up here. Okay, let me just break down my SatHERday for you folks. I got my nails did. Um, I'm not in love with it because he cut down. Let me explain I had an 11 o'clock appointment for my nails. I arrived at 10 o'clock. I did a pedicure. Only certain people get to see my pedicures, but I did a pedicure. I was about to show y'all. Sorry. So they should have flagged that shit. But anyway, I don't know. I don't know because they shouldn't have said the shit. So I don't know what they're flagging the shit for. But whatever. So I went. So the lady starts doing the pedicure, right? Then I don't know what got into me, y'all. I wanted everything on the pedicure. But you know, it's probably because the last time when I went to go get my nails done, I saw those nasty looking feet because I don't want my feet to ever look like that. So I got the pedicure, and oh my god, the lady did so much shit. I was like, you know, I'm never getting this shit again, right? I spent $97 between toes and fingernails, and you ain't even do nothing spectacular on my nails. So I got them cut down. Then he wouldn't add the white because she took so long with the damn pedicure. And I don't even know why she took that long with the pedicure because she ain't really do shit. But all this massaging shit and stuff smelling like shit. I smelled all kinds of smells today. I was just like, you know what? And she kept opening packets of shit. Something was warm and something was not. Something was sandy. Bunch of bullshit. Anyway, I don't know. That thing said $34, and then I spent $97. I was just like, I almost had a heart attack. I was like, oh, oh. But that's all right. Alethea canceled on me, so I used the money I would have used to go to Red Lobsters that I didn't want to go to, and so I used my Red Lobster. So I invested in myself. It's still all the same. So I got my toes done. Then I was gonna get my nails to match my toes, and then somebody wanted me to get black polish. So when the nail is cold, it will turn black. I don't know how to demonstrate that. I don't have nothing cold on me right now. I'm not in love with them. So I'm not in love with them. But it's because the lady took too long on the feet. It ran into like 15 minutes of my nail appointment, and then some bitch came for her 12 o'clock. Why would you do my pink and white in 1 hour? You need more time to do my pink and my white. So if you're just doing a pink, you could do it in 1 hour. But I wanted my pink and my white. And I was very clear when I was making the appointment that I wanted the pink and the white. So what I ended up doing was cutting down, but he fanned it out. I don't understand these Chinese people. But you know, I really wasn't fucking with them because right now they got some kind of virus and shit. And I noticed everybody in this place was talking with no mask on or nothing. So I was just like, whatever. And then I got Boogie on one ear with these women talking all this shit about black men. I don't even. It was just no. While I was in the salon, the bitch was talking about having a kid that had disabilities and shit. And I'm listening to her and I'm like, damn, that's so messed up that a person have a kid that has disabilities. So I'm like, listen, right? Then she's like, and his father is a drug addict. So I'm like, hey, birds of a feather flock together. So if he's a drug addict, what the fuck is you? Now this will explain why we have a disabled child because drug addicts are fucking for whatever reason, and then they have a disabled child, and then they don't understand what the fuck happened. Drugs. How about that? He wasn't getting high alone, so I just couldn't. So if that wasn't so bad enough, then he had the Kobe Bryant hating woman come up there. I was like, I can't with this man while I'm in the laundromat. That shit was I was like, if I could kill Boogie, then when I'm in the middle of folding clothes, he gonna say, well, I'm gonna go, but you know, he's just typing this in the chat while I'm gonna be out now. And I'm like, notice he not gonna just shut this shit down before I get to say my 10 cents. He did. I didn't get to say my half of a 2 cents. But anyway, that's what I did. So I did. So I got my nails done. Um, I'll demonstrate it later. When it gets cold. Oh, maybe I'll crack the window open to make it cold. Because it's very warm over here. You know, I just gotta See how it's starting to change? Oh no, y'all can't see that. We gotta get some more cold air. Let's just do one hand. Anyway, okay, so you did that. All right. Then I did the laundry. I went to the movies. Then I drove. Oh, I saw. I was supposed to say I saw Batman. I saw Bad Boys. Bad Boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? No, he said, "What you gonna do when we come for you?" Okay. Oh, there it is. See, there it is. That's as black as they're gonna get, buddy. All right. So moving on. All right. Yes, I love it. See, you know the whole thing turned back, but it's not really a black. It's an ugly ass color. Like if you're looking at this up close, it's ugly as ugly. Like it's ugly, and that's it. Okay, so anyway, I saw Bad Boys. Then I went to the hospital in Princeton. So I drove down to Princeton to visit one of Chico's friends who is in a special. He's in a special unit. He's not doing too well, and I got wind of it, and I asked where he was at, and his girlfriend told me. She sent me a text message, and she was like, "Because he asked about you, I'm reaching out to you." I'm like, "Bitch, whatever." So I went to go see. I went to go see him, and I had a good conversation with him. I had a good conversation with him. He was one of the last people who sat with Chico. Um, the last day of Chico's life, believe it or not. The day before, we had um, taken him back to the hospital, and I was working on a project at work that I had to do that day. So I couldn't stay with him during the daytime. So I called this dude and I asked him to sit with him for the day because I couldn't get out of work for that day. I was working on something and I couldn't get out of work to do it. And my friend Troy at work, when I came to work that day, he was like, when a person is sick like Cheek is, you need to fuck the job. You just need to go and sit there. Because the job is going to be here when you're no longer here. So I remember my good friend, Monica, telling me that. And I was like, yeah, but I got to do this project because for all the other days that I'm not here, nobody bothers me. Anyhow, he sat with him for that day. So when I came and sat with him in the hospital today, it was only for like an hour. I was only there for like an hour. But I couldn't take it. Um I was talking to him and he was, he was like, that was the best moment. Like, he's like, that's been his friend from childhood. They were best friends growing up. Um, I think they've been friends since sixth grade. So they were friends since sixth grade. And he just gave me some insight. Well, it's not really a bad nail day. I mean, it's just okay. But he was just, me. Don't don't be going. I just was like, I had a good conversation. It was a good conversation. I did ask him a couple of questions though, because he would know where the bodies were buried at. Not to ask him like none of those cheating questions, because I asked Chico those questions directly. But I did ask him a few questions about some. Well, actually, he shared something with me, and he was just like, I don't know. It's always interesting to hear a man tell you about man, and that's it. But he told me a good quality about myself, and I thought that was um that was good. Besides, being pretty and amazingly beautiful or whatever, um, which they seem to want to say that all the time. You ever had a conversation with people and they just be like, "Hey, pretty lady," or like it don't move nothing for me because pretty is in the eye of the beholder. What's pretty to you may not be pretty to the next person. So that's that. But he was talking about my being a good friend and making sure that everybody was in the right place, like coordinating that man's last days and getting folks there. Cause I drove baby mamas to the hospital to see him. I ain't give a fuck if I ain't even like you and y'all want to fight with me later on. But anybody that I thought needed to be there, I got them there. Because I didn't serve, I didn't love them. I loved him, and that's just what it was. And he said something very interesting because I was like, oh, he'll always go down as the greatest love of my life. And he said, what do you think you go down at? You were the greatest love of his life. He knew you loved him. That's why he loved you. I never thought about it like that. Like I never thought about like he treated me the way he treated me because the way I treated him. Never thought about it. I just always thought because he treated me so well, I just reciprocated. D explained to me today that it was a little bit the other way around, and that was it. And then he talked to me about really being classy after all the shit, hit the fan and stuff, and was like, you could have been slept with everybody, done everybody, but you didn't. You walked away classy. And I agree. And that's it. I hope that when he's battling, he can battle and win. And that's it. Um, I'll plan to go visit him again next weekend. So I said I'll plan to do that. I wish I had more time to have spoken to him, but it is what it is. And that's my somber moment. But it wasn't a bad SatHERday. I got my laundry done. I So think about it. And the girl, I done been into 2 states from the beginning to the end of it. Um, I got my laundry done, my nails done, my pedicure, and I saw a movie. And the last part of my day, I went to T's job because somebody wanted to beat her up for the last day at her job. So I had to make my presence available, and that's that. I had to be the bodyguard. All in a day's work. We left without any incident. We didn't have any incident. But the damn girl, hey Darren, the damn girl was waiting for her at the employee. Like, let me tell bitches. All right, because some of y'all on this internet, bitches, you can't tell a bitch you gonna fuck them up, right? And then I'm not gonna talk about you not doing it, but you don't tell people that you want to fuck them up, and you give them an opportunity to be prepared. She gonna tell one of the other girls, "Oh, her mother here. I'm always here, bitch. I pick her up every night." You didn't expect this one to be any different, did you? The only difference is I'm geared up to fuck up. Like I'm all for it. Put your hands on my child. I'm all for it. Anywho's, waste of energy. I didn't even waste my words. I just looked at the bitch. And then I stood. I came in there 15 minutes before tea. I came there 15 minutes before tea. I had to get off to surveillance the place. You know, I need to see who's on deck. Then I'll just watch my child as a proud mama would, just standing back on the sideline, just looking at my child, just like a person would observe their kid. I seen her working, whatever. I see some bad work ethics. You know, I tried to tell her about it, right? Like she left the fucking cash register drawer open while she turned her back to do something else. Somebody could fucking reach their hand up in there, bitch, and grab your money. But I ain't saying nothing. I just stood back and watched my child. I watched her smile and laugh, and I just watched my child. And then she had to leave with her drawer and go to the back with security through the place. Okay, go in the back with security. So then I went around the back. Well, not in the store, around the back, but out the front door and around the back of the mall to the employee entrance, where lo and behold, girlfriend's out there with her. Yeah, and it's gonna be on and all this other shit, talking to some dude. So you know I'm a dumbass. On any given good day, I could be that dumbass. I go and I stand next to the back door. So she's standing there with the guy talking. She's like, I think that's her mother. Now, how you think I'm her mother? We all know this. Anyway, anywho, I stood there. I listened to her talk shit. Just like the people talk shit. I said, let me go get my car so I could run a bitch over tonight. Cause I'm all down for hit and no running. I went and got my car, pulled up now at the back door. Catacomb to the back door. So when T comes out, between I was like fucking Knight Rider between the bitch and my kid. She didn't even do nothing. I said, you know, I can't with these cornball ass. I'm from Newark. Bye, bitch. Bye. We from Southside. Get the Southside ride. And that's it, kids. I wish I would lose my sanity over kids. Then I forget, right? I forgot all about this because until I saw who the girl was, like visualizer, I was like, ain't that the girl with the ankle monitor? And then T gonna be like, yeah, this bitch, Ira, you got an ankle monitor on, bitch. You already under surveillance. And you want to be fighting somebody? Take your ass back to Compton. Where the fuck you came from? Newark. The penitentiary. I'm just like, but yes, I did. I did say that. I said, let me get my car so I could run a bitch over. I said so I could hit and don't run a bitch. Run away. I'm just gonna hit the bitch with my car. And I pulled that shit up like, I'm fierce with the car shit. Cause I've had to chase some of my son's friends for money. I've had to chase them through the peas with my car on the. You would have thought I was a DT on the sidewalk. right down the mall. Like, Broadway, where's Broadway? Oh, Broadway is between Linden, Roslyn, Broadway, Clark. They're all in the same area. But we were a little further out. We were in Woodbridge. And I drove all the way to Princeton today. Yo, as a people, we gotta do better. Very good coverage, Darren, on the I love the way you put that together. I love the conversation about a nation that nothing nothing else. I just was talking about how there was a no fight. This is like the fighter didn't come to the ring. But no, I thought it was a good approach. Um a good approach to a conversation that needs to be had. And I don't know if I ever get it completely out, but let me get it out. A couple years ago I had a dog, before the fire, because Sal died in the fire. So, but a couple years before Sal died, Sal only ate this one dog food, right? And it they got, was it Ukanuba? It got recalled. I think at the time I was giving him Ukanuba, and Ukanuba got recalled. If I'm wrong about it, so fucking what? But the name Ukanuba, it sounds like it's from fucking China, right? So we're gonna call it Ukanuba. Now remember, Ukanuba is the same company that makes Iams, right? So most people in the P's, they give their dog Iams. That's like the upgraded dog food for project people, right? Because they got these nice, cute dogs, but they ain't got no damn money. They in the projects, right? That was us. We got this nice, cute dog. We in the projects, right? So I upgraded from the Imes brand, from the Imes product to the Ukanuba because it's the same company, right? Anyway, there was a recall because the dog food was being created in China, and it was doing something to the dogs. It was causing them some kind of cancer, but it was being tracked back to the food. And then they had this whole thing about it with how these motherfuckers was up there experimenting on people. That's when I began to boycott things made in China. I don't know why we borrowing money from them, whatever the fuck it is, but things made in China. Now, say what y'all want to say about Agent Orange. This motherfucker is the boldest president ever. Now we owe China all this fucking money. He gonna say no flights coming in from China. He don't give a fuck. He probably woke up and said, "What?" Or he probably looked in Jersey, where I work at, in Jersey City, and saw these motherfuckers all walking around with masks on their face in the United States. Take your ass back where you know he don't like immigrants anyway. Now you gonna be immigrants coming in here with a goddamn plague or something. He's like, get the fuck out of here. Leprosy will not be for me. I said, go ahead, fucking Agent Orange. He said, you cannot enter. Go back where you came from. I was like, yo, then they went, and all the people that came in that came from over there, right? Yo, Agent Orange, listen to what he done did to these people. They done bought their asses hot tailing out of that country. So they're like, oh, we on the next plane coming back in. He done quarantined the fucking plane, then sent them to some hangar somewhere to hang out for the next 14 days until they figure out if they got the shit or not. I say, yo. So all y'all worrying about FEMA camps and shit like that. Go find them people that came from China because they mad right now. They mad. I know they big mad, and they probably voted for him. He ain't give a fuck. He said, "I don't know what y'all got, but y'all ain't bringing that shit over here." Then they still trying to figure out what it was. But I like the way y'all put that together. And I thought it was some good points. Like, it could be from the videos I saw with people dropping down on the middle of the street and the whole fucking town seemed to be wiped out like fucking um Independence Day. Man, you can't tell me nothing. I agree. So he just told them like, nah, y'all can't come in here. Y'all gonna stay over there in a hangar for 7. He said for 2 weeks. I was like 14 whole days. They might as well have stayed in the fucking upper zone because if you come down here and all of y'all, some of y'all got it, that shit is just crazy. On top of it, it's like the shit. So one minute this thing done mutated and got from can't now we I don't understand. Did you see that they knew about it in 2012? Man, listen. When y'all was talking about how they probably developed this shit themselves, I said you know they did. Cause they already know what it is called. Like it's the first time. I'm not one of those conspiracy theorist people at all, right? That's bullshit. But 2012 is when they was fucking with the dog food. See, you got to remember, this is why the PETA people be so upset because they do animal testing first before they test anything on humans. And the dogs in the US were dropping like flies off of shit. I was out here the other day talking. I was like, come on. I, I said, the lady's dog caught cancer because he was eating table food. But I said, but that might not be true because we did have the contaminated food at the time. He said, bye, bye, bye. But yeah, I did see y'all. I did see y'all discover it. They probably called it something else, and they giving this shit a new name. But the one thing that so a couple years ago, I worked at Columbia Presbyterian, right? I worked at Columbia Presbyterian all the way until it has to be, well, it was before 2009. Hey, Kendrick. Hey, Sly Jones. Yeah, the corona, we are, that's what we're saying. The coronavirus is old, right? But I worked at Columbia Presbyterian. Um, the summer we had Katrina, and I'm always I'm always impressed with how white folk process shit. They create anything in labs, and that's all I'm gonna say. They just do crazy shit. I'm gonna leave it like that for now till some more shit comes out. But yeah, I told you guys I got a wealth of fucking experience working on some real shit and some real shit that I would have never thought would prepare me for these conversations today. But this stuff, yeah, coronavirus. And they have to fucking name that shit after a fucking drink, corona. Anywho, they gave the they issued this flu shot. And I remember the doctor, I worked in the hemo department, so that was the hematology oncology. So all of the people that were patients had some kind of blood disorder, some kind of, you know, cancer that was caused by blood. So this would be the sickle cell, all the anemias would be inside this category. The myelomas and a couple of other ones. We're in these groups that people got, and the flu shot came out, and they have to give the people that have compromised immune systems the flu shot. So you got some white chick that is in there, patient. So she's like, "How am I going to be sick already? And you give me some shit that's going to." So you know what the flu shot does. The flu shot gives you whatever string of the virus that there is, right? And you take it in hopes that your body identifies the virus, and the next time it sees it come around, it'll be able to fight it because it's already recognizing and it's fighting it, right? How you simulated a virus yesterday? How you do that? How do you simulate a virus? You made one? Oh, I can't right now. I really can't. So I'm afraid to ask questions these days. I really am. I'm really afraid to ask questions. Anyhow, I need to know how you simulated a virus. How do you do that? What does that entail? How, so anywho, while I figure out what that entails, um, the lady had a lot of questions about taking the thing. The doctor told her not to do it. But a few of the patients did do it. And then they had the crazy ass outburst of that was a bad dosage of the fucking flu shot or whatever. And they were administering some shit to fight the flu shot. And I remember the doctor saying clearly, she was like, there comes a time when I'm just gonna ethically tell people no. She said, I'm gonna start sitting here having the consultations and say, medicine recommends that you get this, not suggest you ignore the recommendation. She was like, I'm trying to figure out the language. So you, Monica, go look it up so that we find a language that combats the recommendation. And I was like, is this ethical? Is this? She's like, a whole group of people got fucking sick behind the shit. Anyway, they know more than me. That's all I'm gonna say. And I was just like, whatever. So we did find words, language for folks that said it's at your discretion to participate. So at my other company, when she got sick that year, I took the flu shot because I was in and out the hospital with him, and I thought it was going to be in my best interest to take the flu shot. And I don't know if it's a combination of just him passing away or whatever, but I got serious. And they administer the flu shot twice. So some people get it in the first part. Like right now, this is the season when they'll start giving out the next batch of the flu shot. So some people would have got it in September, October, November, right? That's the first batch of it. Some people would take it now. And I took it, I think I might have took it in like fucking February or March. And I got sick when I first took it. So a couple days after taking the stupid ass shot, I got sick. But oh Lord, did I get sick that summer? And I felt like every part of my body was trying to fight off that flu shot. So now, whenever somebody offer that shit anywhere, I'd be like, yeah, fuck the flu shot. Even my kid who had asthma, my son, I that's when I never did the flu shot ever again. And I had been giving him the flu shot all of his childhood because it was always recommended. And I was like, all we gotta do is tell nature to get rid of the roaches. If you wasn't smelling roach ass in the first place, you wouldn't have you wouldn't there wouldn't be no need for that. Oh, look at that. That is so sexy. I'll be doing that all day. It's the mood changing one. I just love it. Anyway. Um that's it. But I'm curious, Mr. Jones, how you simulated a virus. And that's it. Um Darren, when people respect each other, they can have a meaningful dialogue. And I just like the way the guy, uh, I like the way the different opinions didn't counter with each other. It was just like it was a good segue, very harmonious uh grouping. Okay, what's next? I was gonna look up. You know me. I'm about to. How do you simulate a virus? I need to know this. That's why I think. What you mean? You never seen me smile? Smile all the time. I be happy up here all the time. You need to watch more. You need to watch more. Then we started off this broadcast with somebody coming inside the chat trying to antagonize. Now, you know, some days I just not in the mood. So then I went on radio silence until the real people arrived. So thank you, real people, for stepping up and coming in the room and speaking up. Cause I just would have been sitting here in silence. But that was my day. I wanted to get that all over with because I didn't want to bring the same. Uh, I hate when I get in my Chico moment because it is so hard for me to get out of it. And I hate when I find myself in that rut because missing him is so much. And that's it. I just hate when I'm in that place more than you know. And I go through a season of it. This is a season. So I'm sitting there talking to D, and he's like, "Oh, it's probably because it's Valentine's Day coming up." I was like, "I ain't do Valentine's Day," and he's like, "Yes, you did, Dodo. Look, you still wear your Valentine's Day." I was like, "The first and only Valentine's Day, because I don't do birthdays, anything else." Yeah, I still do my Valentine's. That's it. But so I gotta figure that out. I have to figure that out. Maybe he's right. Maybe he has something. Maybe he has something on it. I didn't see that. This one comes up here. She got Saturday. I can't with you right now. I can't with you right now.
I'm a co-host.
You
What's wrong
doing
with you?
SatHERday, lady?
So
Oh
I'm not the
shit! Am I
co-host.
blocking y'all from hearing her? Oh, I gotta put you in my ear. Hold on. I'm the one that
Oh,
can't hear. Hold on. Hello.
I said, what? I can't be a co-host?
Oh, you could be a co-host.
No.
You could definitely be a co-host. Why you sound low to me? Hold on, what did I
I
do?
know everybody keeps saying that all day, but I have my pods on. I'm about to put you on mute for 2 seconds because I'm fixing some
Okay,
plates.
go ahead. Oh, you always cooking.
Yeah.
It's what, 7:30 your time? Almost 8?
Yeah. Folks over here tripping and stuff. I'll be right back.
Okay. Mm. Monica, I never seen you smile. I'm gonna work on that since you never seen me smile. But I could find numerous times of me smiling. I never seen your ass smile. This be you on your live. You be like, no, your upload. Is it a live or upload? I think you be uploading. I think you had a good message though, Mr. Celestine. Um, I think you had a good message. Tomorrow is not promised. Tomorrows aren't promised at all. Okay, tomorrow's not promised at all. Not at all. Bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do? Did anybody see the movie? Oh, Joy did. I think Joy saw the movie. I think Joy saw the movie. Anybody
What
else saw the
movie?
movie?
What
Bad
movie?
Boys.
Oh, Lord.
You saw it?
No.
Why not?
I
It
don't
ain't
know.
come on DVD yet.
Yeah, you know what to say. And I got a jailbroke fire stick. So no, I haven't seen it yet. I'm sorry, I don't go to the movies like that. I don't pay money like that.
Oh, you know what I got?
What?
I got that monthly whatever pass.
For the movies?
Yes, I could see 3 movies a week.
Oh, see. I got a jailbroke fire stick. I'm going to jail, huh?
Yeah, I well, at once upon a time, since people didn't want to read books around here, and this is supposed to be a book show, they wanted to go to the movies. So I bought the stupid ass pass to go to the movies, and
You know,
I've been
I
going
haven't
to the movie.
seen that movie. I don't know. I think it's 10 years too late for me.
What?
Bad Boy.
Shh.
Was
I'm
it
gonna do
good?
some spoilers around here.
But do some sport. I'm an action lady. I like action movies. I like thrillers.
Yo,
But
another movie's coming out. It's called Fantasy Island. Did you see the previews for it? You gotta go see the trailer for that shit.
with with the little man.
They don't have a little man though. I'm like, yo, but they got
Oh,
somebody running through there talking about the plane is here.
yeah.
The plane, boss, the plane. I was like, I said,
But can
oh,
I say something though, real quick? Because that's what me and Kels was fighting about. Because she likes the new Sparkle movie, and I was telling her I don't really dig the new Sparkle movie. If you're gonna do a movie, I want you to do the movie justice. Now you saying that they gonna have that new movie, and they gonna have the dude saying the plane. I don't want to see it.
this is a whole twist. It's like a scary fucking twist. I
Uh,
might want to go see it. So you know me. I text my movie buddy, right? So I text Tyon Reed. Yeah, y'all. I text him and I just put the name of the movie in the text because I'm gangster with it. So I just put Fantasy Island in the text. Not no good morning, not no how you doing. Because I want to keep it strictly professional. You know what I'm
oh,
saying?
okay, I get you.
You understand? Because people be getting it twisted. And I don't want to have no misunderstandings. And he kept it strictly professional too, right? Because we on the same page. He writes back and says, that looks interesting. So he already knows how this shit is going down. So then I said, well, you let me know. And he says, I. That's how you do YouTube shit. That's how you YouTubing. So we'll figure out which hotel, which movie theater we gonna go to. Lord have mercy. Please forgive me. Cause right now I know there is a man sitting in his room talking about she's gone to the movies with Tyon again. I'm going to the movies. Get over it. Okay, Mr. Rourke is played by a short Mexican.
What?
No, it was a woman. I heard a woman saying the plain boys, but I came in. Don't don't quote me, because I came in. I missed all of the most of the credits. That was the last movie that was displayed before the movie began, and I'm glad because I hate sitting there for the previews of all the other shit ass movies. I'd be like, what the fuck? Especially if you've watched. Like if you went 3 times in that one week and saw 3 different movies because you got the three
Right.
that's a nuisance. But I had that membership because also it gives me a $5 day for my daughter. So I was going to the movies with her on a Tuesday for $5, and we will resume our practice because I did like going to the movies with T for $5. I did. I love
So
spending time with my child.
when you gonna do the spoiler?
All right, whenever y'all ready.
I really don't give a shit about spoilers, to be honest, because it's
I don't
like,
give a shit either. I ain't
cause
tell you to
you know
listen.
what I do? Wait, let me tell you what I do on Netflix, like food. It takes me 2 hours to find one movie, and when I finally find a movie, you know what I do? I Google Wikipedia to read the plot, and then I get pissed off. I'm like, oh yeah, nah, this is stupid. I'm out of here.
It's like you have to do spark notes on the movie.
I I'm sorry. I be having my little notes on the side like you, like, yeah, so I'm out of here with this.
Well, here's the thing about the Bad Boys. I was gonna wait and go to bed tonight and watch the other Bad Boys, because guess who ain't seen the Bad Boy movie?
Oh no, you can't be like that.
I think I might have saw one. How many did they
It's only
have?
been two.
Is this the third one or the second one?
It's the third one,
This
right?
the third one, because I think I saw one where the guy had the money, was at the police station, and he was trying to break into the police station. Is this the is did Bad Boys have a scene like that? Did they have a plot like that? One of the ones I saw,
Oh
because
my
that's
god.
like they had the criminal was trying to break into the was that him?
Yeah, I believe it's been two of them because the first one I like. Now I like the first one. I'm always a '90s baby.
Hmm. You know what the problem is? I was a big Will Smith fan
Hmm.
until yeah, I was a big Will Smith fan. I wasn't all into the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air though, right? I wasn't into that. Let me correct myself. I'm always fascinated. Shout out to 50 Cent for getting a star on whatever the fuck it is. He got a star. My daughter told me. I did not. So based on my, according to my child, he got a star. I didn't go confirm the information. Joy,
You said what?
he got a star on the
Oh,
with-
Hollywood.
on
Hmm.
Hollywood. Yes,
That's
I'm so
cute.
happy for him. Now a lot of people don't like 50 Cent, but I tell you why I love 50 Cent,
Oh my god.
because he gave back to the community. I've seen him give back to the
Oh
community
my god.
without
What is
fanfare.
your live about again tonight?
It's about me. It's SatHERday.
Okay, so please don't bring up 50 Cent. Please don't bring up bringing back to giving back to the community
He
because
did.
this man walked away from his whole son, and I would
Who?
never. 50.
I would have walked away from his whole son
Nah,
too, and that whole crazy bitch too.
No, no,
Yes,
no,
there's some crazy
no,
bitches out
no.
here, and
I
some of them you need to run from the border.
no because I don't
I'm
want to do this
listening.
with you right now. I don't want to do this with you right now.
Okay, we can revisit 50 Cent.
Yes, we're gonna. Now that I know your position in this conversation, we definitely gonna revisit this
We're gonna
moment.
revisit him. We're gonna
Yeah, I don't feel
revisit.
like arguing you with you in public.
Okay.
You my cousin and stuff, so I ain't got time for people.
Listen, I had to
But
go check the perimeter today of the gated community because we had an intruder. I already told you that. So I had to go check in the perimeter. So I'm all down for wherever, you know. But no, honestly, I did. There's a lot of bad in 50 Cent, right? There's a lot of bad in him that people see. But
mm,
one thing that was genuine, that I had an opportunity to experience, was what he gave back within the community, what he gave back to the youth. Um,
that's cute.
Especially when, you know, these were the people, the 50 cents were the people that were, had our blocks all hemmed up that we couldn't even come outside because motherfuckers was doing all kinds of ruthless shit on the street, so
Are we gonna wait a
to
minute?
flip um and try to keep kids out of that, I, definitely salute it. And
So,
that's
do
it.
you think he's keeping his son out of things as
I
well?
don't know. I don't know much about. I'm what 10 years removed from the hood.
Because I hear we was supposed to revisit this, but you keep talking, 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 cousin, and
Hmm.
it's like if he's doing
So
something
his son.
good,
So his son's a big drug dealer.
I doubt it.
Oh, okay.
But he's okay. So drug dealers don't have, most of the time drug dealers are telling you, "Oh, my father wasn't there for me," and blah blah blah. He deliberately ignore his son. What you know? What you know then? What you know? Because I see your face. What you know?
What I know, I don't know. I don't know nothing about this chick from Long Island.
I'm First of all, his son is a boy.
All right, I don't know nothing about the chick from Long Island because in order to get to the son, he's got to get through the chick. And some of these chicken head women, when they can't get what they want out of the father, they use the kid as a pawn. So
Okay,
sometimes you've got to walk away. It's
that's
unfortunate.
fine. And now that the little boy is now 20 or maybe 21 at this point, he didn't even go to the
Okay. Whose
graduation.
opinion you think he has of his dad?
His
He either
own.
has one or two opinions. Or he could formulate a third opinion, right? He can get to try to know him himself because now he's an adult and he's making adult decisions. Or he can be angry from all the years he didn't have his dad and go by wherever his mother, uh I'm not going to say programs him, but whatever her bias was. Because if you really love your child, right, you want your child to have everything, and everything includes a father. So you'd make a sacrifice to make that happen.
So pretty much you already has formed your opinion about the situation.
I'm just saying that it takes two parents to do that co parenting thing to make a whole child. So when you have absenteeism on any side, I blame both parents because there was not enough effort on both parts.
But at the end of the day, I hear everything you saying, but he has went publicly tearing his own son down.
Well,
It wasn't.
he's seen a lot of shit going on now in the 50 Cent is a type of 50 Cent. Is if you ever been all right, let me just put it like this. I know the rumors. I know the rumors that we heard, and I know some of the stories he's put out there. But when your father is allegedly a big drug dealer that just fucked your mother because she was a crackhead, and then um, you just hear, and no one cared about you, and you walk around with all that anger, and then it's rumored or whatever it is that the people that shot him is the same people that birthed him, that put life in him, are the same people that try to take death out of him. So at the end of the day, if there's any truth to any of that, how do you break that cycle?
I, I guess being an adult. And
Right, so at some point your adult experiences will have to overshadow that childhood. But when people have had such a rotten childhood, or they have had a nightmare, traumatic experience that stems for the length of childhood when the person is really developing opinions and stuff, it's hard to deflect from that even when you become a grown ass person and you should know better.
I guess everything is always put on social media and put out there in the world that we all formulate our own opinions. And sometimes opinions, and what they say, opinions are like assholes. Did I say that right?
I think so, but I probably am the worst person to have this conversation with because of my geographic location and the different families that I'm associated with. So I do have bias when it comes to Southside. I do. And I do have a fond memory of how shit was, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Mm-hmm.
And there was some families that were in on the south side that you just don't fuck with. You just don't fuck with their storyline, their lineage, or any of that shit still to this day.
I get it.
So that's why
That
that's why I claim my set all the time. But at the end of the
you're
day,
not upset.
claiming my set all the time.
Your fingers, your hands
I
in the
told
air.
I told you we got 8 letters, 2 words, one meaning. Get money. That's it.
Saying,
What?
I like that saying.
Yeah, that's a South Side saying. 8 to 1 day. 8 letters, 2 words, one meaning. Get money. That's big shit out. Big shit. Big shit. My son gave me some new shit to it the other day. I was like, what? I was he said, yeah, 9 letters, 2 words, one meaning. Take money. I said, motherfuckers, we moving in a new era. Y'all better have 9 words, 9 letters, 2 words, one meaning. I said, make money. That's what the fuck we gonna be doing. He said, look at you, done put yourself all up inside the crew. That's what we gonna be doing. I was like, yeah, motherfucker, what you talking about?
Mama
Whatever
guns in
you
the
guys
building.
make, I'm making too. The hell?
Gotta say, Mama guns in the building.
That's right. Shit. I gotta put that shit, make it look right.
Well, I saw that you was attempting get down, attempting to break down your little lyrics the other day.
What lyric?
Get down, and you gotta get down.
What lyric?
Yesterday, when you was playing your music.
Oh, you mean when I was making up shit? Okay.
Well, no, you wasn't really making up shit. It really was going hand in hand because you was breaking down the songs, and we talked about that. And I thought
Hmm.
that was the night. I was like, damn, she didn't even tell me. Tonight's the night we breaking down songs. You had a moment though. I felt your moment. I saw you bobbing your head, close your eyes. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's in
Yeah,
her.
it was crazy. It was crazy. But like I said, everything happens for a reason. Cause I was like, this chicken head just wrote me out of the blue today, and she was like, so and
Oh,
so is in
yeah.
the hospital. Can you go? They looking for you, and it's not good. He asked about you. Is there any way you can go see? And see, when people in the hospital, to me, it's like stop, drop, and roll.
Mm,
So I stopped what I was doing and I rolled out to the I got the text while I was in the movie theater, and I was like, as soon as this shit is over, I'm on the next highway over there. And just now I thought he would be in New York, and she was like, nah, he in Jersey. So and then we know you live in Jersey. I was like, I don't live in Jersey anymore, but I am in Jersey. So I
mm.
will be there. And that was it. But yeah. So maybe that's all interconnected.
Yeah,
That's
because
the
you
energy.
started the sentence off with this chicken head call. I'm like, well, was
Yeah,
it pleasant?
like I don't talk to people like if
Was it a
you
pleasant call?
well no well she's calling me to reach out. A dude asked her to reach out to me because he's
Okay.
sick, and he
Oh,
was one of Chico's good friends, and she was just like, he's in the hospital and he asked to speak to you.
well, there
And
you
it's
go. You
so
know
I
what?
went.
I did that a lot in my older age. Back in the day, dealing with a lot of, not a lot, I'm gonna sound like a thought for 2 seconds. Just
Hmm.
dealing with people in my life, it's like now that I'm older, and these same people still reach out to me, male
Hmm.
or female, bad or good. And I'll be like, and they always say the same thing, like, damn, you was really a good person back then, dude. I don't know what the hell I was doing. I'm like, look, listen, I don't need this right now, but how are you? How are you, sir? Are you okay? Because
Ain't
I,
that so funny when you got to be so professional with it, sir?
yeah, because it's like, I'm not here for this. Now that you old and corrupted and you need to take Viagra, I don't know what the hell's going on in your life. Your wife left you now. Now it's like, hey, Joy, no, hey, how you doing? Everything okay with you? That's nice. All right, talk to you soon. Hope all is well.
You so witty with it. No, but you know what? I would have I would have kept closer communications with his friends, right? If I would have thought they were just going to be respectful.
Mm-hmm.
But I think because we got so many women out here that they use their vagina as a bank,
Mm, man.
that the rest of us that don't make deposits or withdrawals without good credit, you know
Oh my gosh.
I'm just saying, like, put
Oh,
it,
you're right.
put some money on it, like, respect it, like, make that motherfucker into a boat. You need a
It's true.
combination to get in it. But because some other people have, devalued theirs so much, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I saw the grieving process, what they got out of me, and this was part of our conversation, was I was like the Teflon Don. And they never saw me cry, break down, or anything
Mm.
at that sense. So when they was coming with their, yo Mo, you could come, you can always lean on me, if anything, I got you. I was like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay. Slick, or whatever you want to call a motherfucker. Boo.
Click.
No, but you know why these guys, you never heard this. All right, I'm gonna tell you why they get no respect from me.
Mm. Speak on it.
So when it came to pay for the funeral, I done told this story a million times. We pull up in the funeral parlor, right? So we go to
Mm-hmm.
this one called Crows, right? So anybody that got insurance policies go to Crows, right? There's another one in Jamaica, Queens called Philip Somebody, right? Those are people work for the city with insurance policies. Black, go there. people with insurance policies, the mama might have been paying a man on the side or whatever, they go to crows, right? Or everybody that got street cash. So we roll up. Chico was married. So we roll up. The wife, all of a sudden, she's planning shit.
Right.
Everybody's planning shit, right? I'm like, yo, who the fuck am I? I roll up with them. We all meet up at the place. The dude is, we got baby mamas introducing themselves, the wife, the significant other. I don't even know what the fuck I was considered because I know the guy, he was just sitting there just writing, you know.
Oh
He was
wow.
like, and they was like, Mo, what do you think? I'm like, whatever y'all want to do. So they adding shit. They got limos on the list. They got cards, the ones that they give out at the thing, the ones with the pictures. They got the obituaries. They're drafting it up and everything. I'm just looking at them, and everything is a price, and the shit is adding up, adding up, adding up,
Oh
right?
wow.
So then we get a total number, and so then she says, "Well, let's cremate him because um it's gonna cost too much because this was the number before they told us that it costs about $10,000 just to open the ground. I don't
Yeah.
remember what stupid number he said to open the plot that we had that his parents were in. And this bitch starts scratching her head and she's like, well, let's just cremate him. And I said, years ago he said when he died, just throw his body on the side of the road and let the garbage man come and get him. I said, but when he was in the hospital,
Wow.
he said he wants to be put in the earth because he want to be able to come back as himself. I never heard this shit before, but that's
Okay.
what he said. And he had the audacity to say it in front of my kids and myself. So he told me this. And I said, so let's just find a way. So then they was like, they all start talking inside the shit. They like, oh, because Monica's the only one with a car. She gonna be the one that get to go visit and blah 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 blah. Then the stupid ass funeral dude, he's like, well, when they cremate you, you get the creamies. And yeah, so your body is called creamies and all this other shit. And he's like, y'all can divide it amongst yourselves. I was like, so we taking parts of his body? Because I didn't understand what cremation was at the time. I never cremated anybody. So I was like, how does that work? So I come home and I tell my kids he's gonna be cremated. My kids look at me like I got fucking 10 heads. They was like, he said, don't do that. He wanted to go in the ground. I said, well, he ain't left no money to go in the ground.
Right.
These motherfuckers. So now we did all this planning, right? So we get home. They call me on the phone. Mo, how much money you putting down for the funeral? I said, I don't know. I didn't make no plans at the table. I paid for what I want. So the wife was like, what does that mean? I said, well, if I have to pay for it, then he goes in the ground. If I don't have to pay for it, y'all can cut him up, burn him up, throw it all up. I don't give a fuck what y'all do at this point. So what ends up happening is they scrambling. They start putting this jar around the liquor store, collecting money. So I go to the liquor store the following day. I was like, how much money you collected? It was like $60. Then it went up. I was like, yo. It's like, the first of the month just came. I had to drop it. I was listening to all these excuses from all these motherfucking ballers. It was at the end, they might have collected 300 and something dollars, 400,
Oh
close to
wow.
500. This is all of them. So, they can't look at me with a clear face because I went in there and dropped all the money on the table to pay for this shit. And I knocked off limos, walk. I knocked off shit. Like the only thing I couldn't knock off because I couldn't open the plot. I would have had to give out more money or I would have had to wait to open the plot another week. And I didn't want him out another. I
Man,
wanted
I've
to get
been
rid
back
of these
here
people.
for like 10 hours.
What? What was 10 hours? What you said?
I'm sorry. No, because I was thinking about what you were saying right now about the whole funeral thing, and I was like, for 10 hours, we did the same thing for my granny, and I was like, I was back there for 10 hours, like, oh my god, what are we gonna do?
See, the problem we had was that I didn't realize it at the time. I had all the money. I was really the HNIC, and I didn't recognize how hard that was until I was cleaning up the house, and then I realized I had all the money. You know, and that's what everybody was looking for. But at the end of the day, I didn't know it until weeks later because I didn't go through all of his stuff until weeks later. But and you could tell when I had the money because then it was like I was yo, motherfuckers was like, did she just step up her game? Like, and you know, I had bought a car before. I think I bought my car April. I got my car in April. He passed away in June, so I had already had the car because I was sharing. So I had a car, and he traded in my car for his Dodge Magnum. Now you heard what I'm saying for his. So that meant everybody was driving his when he got sick. So he had daughters, you know, everybody was and I had to be asking people for keys and shit. So God bless the child that had his own. So I went and I got a car and he was just like, oh, Modem bought her car. I was like, yeah, I have to be asking the girls and stuff. And, you know, it's just too much. And they got to get around and I can't get them around. So it's hard us coordinating. So I had to leave the girls with the car and shit. But you know, that was it. I had to get my own, and then I stopped paying a note on that one because I wasn't driving it no more. So everybody was driving, but nobody want to pay for nothing. So the mother was driving. Everybody's mamas, baby mamas, was all up in shit, running shit. I was just like, these bitches is crazy. But we never had, all my years of him, them, and thereafter, I never had a fight with them. We may have bickered about shit, but it was never come to blow. Like, bitch, I'm gonna fuck you up. Oh no, I'm gonna stop that. But I did. I ran one over with the car. I ran her foot over with the car because we did have that moment. But it wasn't me. She was arguing with him, and she told him she was gonna take it out on me. But whatever. Anywho's, I had to drop the money for the funeral, and that left me being the HNIC, and that's it. And that was so I just cut the limo and cut the little handout shit, and then they wrote the obituary and they wrote me out of it. So I was like, you know what? Then the kids were all upset because they felt like my kid's name should be in there. I was like, leave it alone. They was like, they've been my brother and sister all my life. I was like, anyhow, all of that to say, shit happens in the hood. That's just basically it. It shit happens. People live a certain kind of life, and that's it. I could still pick up the phone and call any one of them and say, if I needed something, I would call those ladies and say, I need your help on something. And that's it. And the lady reached out to me, um, one of the baby mama's sister, and said that the dude was sick and to please go see him in the hospital. And I said, I was on my way.
You you look up. I'm
Hmm?
gonna need some tissue
Why?
because you getting all red.
I ain't bad about that. There's nothing I could do. In life, there's one certainty: death. Everything between life to death is what you make of it. In the middle of it is how you establish those relationships and how you end those relationships. In the movie Bad Boys, there's a scene where the chief of police is speaking to Will Smith's character Mike Larry.
Mike Larry.
Is it Mike Larry or is he Mike? What's his name in this thing? Because
No,
I was
Mike
thinking,
Larry. He Mike Larry.
is he? Because I thought we had a Mike Larry on the motherfucking YouTube.
You do. Little chunky dude.
The one that thought he was all of that from from New York,
Yeah.
from Brooklyn, and then the minute some shit jumped off, he was like, "Oh, I'm
I'm from
scared."
Virginia. I'm from Virginia now. I'm from Virginia. I don't know. He moved to some kind of off the
Nah,
wall.
that Negro was scared. And the Kanika shit, the lady got the phone dropped or whatever, and the phone disconnected. He was like, "There's
Don't bring
something
up
going
no
on."
memories like that, Mo. You messy.
What? Come on. He was talking to one of the activists. This is back in your world.
No,
He was,
I know, I know, I know.
and
I
then
remember
he went on a
it.
live. He said, "Oh, there's something going on." This him. There's something going on there. I'm not getting involved with
That
it. I
man
got
ain't
four
came back
kids.
since. He comes back here and there, but that shit really shook up a lot of people. A lot
I
of people
said,
have disappeared.
I said, listen, the line dropped, fool. He was like, if you, he said, if you don't like what I'm saying, unsubscribe. I said, where's the button? I gotta get out of here. You can't
Man,
be from New York acting like this. He had me so mad with his ass. I was like, he's wrong for that. Oh, yes, those were moments.
sorry, I had to mute because these kids is fighting. Lord,
That's what kids do.
man,
Anywho,
they 13 and 11. They get on my nerves.
I missed it because that's when the text message came in. I missed a little piece of what the man said. But this is what I got from it. He was talking about a horse, right? And he said, like you're on a horse and you're riding a horse, and somebody says, "Where you going? And where you going?" And he says, "I don't know. Ask the horse." And the man is like, "Yo, you the person driving the horse. What's gonna end up happening if you don't know where you're going or what direction you're in, and you can't rein in the horse is gonna take your ass over the cliff." And Will Smith is sitting there like this. The
Wait a
man goes,
minute. Let me ask you a question real quick before you get to it
"Mhm,
because I haven't watched it. So
okay."
Will Nor Mike are what the hell was Martin name in the movie? I forgot. So they not sergeants, they not detectives, they not FBI. They still plain cops.
They might be lieutenants,
Mm. They could have
but
upgraded their
the
job.
movie starts off. Well, listen, the chick he was sleeping with, she becomes a captain at the end. They were all probably like lieutenants. They were detectives. They wasn't street cops anymore.
Yeah, but they was lieutenants from the first one.
All right, well now they old ass lieutenants still running
That's
around.
what I'm saying. So y'all
But
gotta upgrade
here's the
y'all
thing.
jobs.
All right, spoilers, get the fuck out if you don't want to hear it, and I don't want to hear nothing about you being upset that I told the story. So it starts off with a car chase, right? But I'm
I'm
trying to
here
figure
for it.
out who they chasing. You know what? They on their way to the hospital. They doing all of this fucking fancy driving and shit in the street to get to the hospital because Martin Lawrence's character daughter is having a baby.
Oh, the little bitch that when she was went to prom with the little boy. Oh, so that's the first one.
Oh my god, why that man is retarded? The one that she married, well, they wasn't married at this point. She was just having a baby, and the dude was inside the inside the hospital room. Why I keep saying hotel today? What the fuck? He's in the hospital room, and he's in an army suit, so he probably is in the army or something. And she was giving birth. So, then they had the little jokes. He was like, "You hold the baby." He's like, "No, I'm not holding no baby." But Will Smith got a little on the chunky side. It's a nice mature side of Will Smith to see. Um,
Is he
Martin,
still not married?
who? Yeah, he's still not married and he's
Oh my
single.
god, they could have upgraded his character to being married with kids too.
Nah, you can't upgrade his character because his character is going through the adjustment that he is not. Like you are old nigga now. Like sorry about that, but then they use the word nigga in the movie too. I was like, it's just stand out. I don't know if because we watching the N word these last couple of days or whatever, but it did. It wasn't even like my nigga when he said it was just like nigga please. It was like a nigga moment. I was like, it took me. It made me do oh one of those, right? But anywho's they was talking. Um he he's not the shit no more. That's basically what the movie was letting him. He was coming to realize, that flamboyant life he was living, that shit, it becomes what happens to the 80-year-old bachelor. You lose that swag because 12-year old girls are not interested in you anymore. 20-year-old girls are not, interested in that. The ones that you used to run that game on, they all gone. This is a younger generation. They ain't into what you into. So they have that little thing going on. In the interim, in Mexico, and I hate movies with fucking the caption at the bottom because the translation, and they didn't translate the puta one. There's a lot of little Spanish things that was said that they didn't translate because I was looking on the screen. I wanted to see what that meant because I know what it means to me, but I looked and they didn't translate those words, right? They didn't translate all the Spanish that was spoken. I was disappointed. But um there was, so meantime, between time, in the at a prison in Mexico, this lady is escaping. So she takes some knife, she fucks up the correction officer, gets out in the ambulance somehow. Um they mistake her for being the CO that got hurt or whatever, but she gets out. The ambulance is driving. Some Spanish dude commandeers and blows up the fucking ambulance and shoots the drivers in the ambulance and gets her out so she's free and shit. She's supposed to be a witch, but it's kind of funny because she was practicing Santa Maria, but then she was acting like a witch. So it was like really weird. It was like dealing with uh, I don't know, the witch doc. I guess the witch doctor. I don't. It was really crazy. Anywho, um, so she has her son. She gives her, so the boy that breaks her out is her son, and she now gives him instructions on who to murder for her being inside the for her being in jail all those years. And the back end story of it, she had her son while she was incarcerated. I don't know who the fuck raised him to be this big fucking drug lord or whatever he was doing, gangster type shit. So it's her seeking revenge on the people that put her in there. And they killed the judge, they killed the DA, they killed you know, um, the police officers, and but the guy was supposed to leave Will Smith for the last, so he took a pot shot at Will Smith first. Then the mother was like, "Listen, I tell you to do shit in this order. You do this shit in the order I told you to do it in." I needed him to watch it happen. So you see her doing like the little witchcrafty shit or whatever. It's like, whatever. Um, so I guess it was an interesting storyline. So the whole time he's trying to figure out, well, first he gotta struggle with surviving being shot and having that record of never being shot. And then you got Martin Lawrence who wants to just give up being a police officer because now he's a grandpa. He's getting old and fat and out of breath and every fucking thing else. And he's just not up to par to do this shit anymore. And he wants to retire. And, he wants to live or whatever. And then Mike gets shot up and he's in there praying and he retires. And Mike is healed, he's back. The daughter gets married, he attends the wedding and he stands up and shit. So he wants to find the people that shot him or whoever shot him. He wants to find the man. He wants in on an investigation, and that's what that that's what it that's what the whole story is. Him trying to get into trying to find the person that killed him, and he is dealing with old school police tactics that he still goes, beats up the bad guy or has confidential informants versus the new tactics where they're using drones. And now I'm gonna be looking up if I start seeing shit flying, I'm gonna start checking that now because
No, you late. You late on the
yeah,
drone. What you talking about?
they got
It's
fucking
new.
drones everywhere. I'm gonna be looking now,
Oh yeah.
collecting data. So I was, so he got,
Collecting data.
yeah, I mean, like they had the drone fly into the drug deal, and then it was like zooming in on people's faces, doing face recognition and shit. I was like, ah. Now I know about the face recognition, but having the drone in real time, that's some,
Big Brother ain't no joke out here in these streets.
what?
People don't understand that. Like I run into a couple of people and I say Big Brother. They be like, I ain't got no brother. I'm not talking about your brother. I'm talking
Because
about
they don't
Big
remember a time when people, it's so interesting how in the 1990s, before we got to 2000, before we did the flip over into 2000, in 1990, like 93, 94, when we would have been going to college, the protests were about Big Brother. The
Mm-hmm.
protests were about putting these cameras on every corner and invading people's privacy. Now, no one even asks, can they put a camera up? They just do it.
Mm-hmm.
But back then, it was a big deal. And yes, we referred to it as Big Brother would be watching.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I don't understand. Now that we have them, why do we still have crime? If the purpose of having it was to prevent crime, it was supposed to be a preventative measure because people would know they were being recorded. But
Facts.
then we learned that recordings have interpretation issues depending on
And
uh
that used to be my favorite show right there, Big
what
Brother.
Big Brother. I never watched that shit. People
No,
stuck inside of no.
I mean,
Joy, I don't watch. I gotta watch things that like I can't. I can't do. I can't. It's
but Big Brother, let me tell you something about Big Brother. Big Brother was almost like these YouTube streets, only because you were stuck in a house, and this is in the pre-production of it before it got people started watching it, and then they went into it fighting the same way they did in real world. But I used to watch that, and I used to be like, really. This is before I even got on YouTube. Like, wow, like just the arguments and the things that was happening, and the way you had to like flip on your homies and shit. Like, damn. That, but then it was the survivor of the feet of survival of the. Oh my god, I
well,
can't.
it's like throwing somebody off the island.
Well,
Who
that show too.
strategy? Yeah. Hey, Jawama.
I
It's
never
like
watched that one too much neither because I didn't.
what? No, I know because they eat wild shit,
Yeah.
and this is why we got this damn virus running around now because people want to eat shit.
Don't. Hey, I watched Fear Factor. I wanted to go on Fear Factor though.
What you wanted to eat from Fear Factor?
Listen, I eat chitlins, so I knew I can get up there and eat some damn cow balls. Let me stop playing with you. But no, I used to love that show. But don't talk about that. Girl, we had, what was it? Last week it was SARS. The other week was Ebola. Every year it's some kind of new disease that they throw at us. And everybody is falling out and all this. I don't know. I'm just like, come on. I work in, I can't even say that because
Okay,
I'm not going.
but we got Agent Orange on the scene.
That's
There's some things about this crazy ass president, right, that I like.
I mean, but he's not doing nothing no different than any other president did. I mean,
Oh no, no, no. He's doing a lot of things more different than other presidents did. Cause he's no respecter of the law. He has a perception of what a president is, which is a dictator and
yeah.
which is like a king, right? So he is looking at three different types of monarchs and saying, I have the title President of the United States, but that makes me the king or a dictator, and at some point, maybe a communist. But at the end of the day, this is his perception of what that person's power should be. And it's unlimited.
But he's a seat filler like the rest of them.
How?
What you mean? How? I mean,
He's not a seat. He's doing less seat filling than the rest of them.
I
This
mean, when I say
next
seat
this
filler, I mean a seat filler in the Oval House. Like he sits in
no,
the same
he's
seat.
right, but they are not, because he has gotten himself in some trouble. We will start to see them control him better if he wants to stay in a position. But if he gets to a point where he says, I don't want to be fucking president, I done did this, this is old news, he'll leave with his little bit of dignity left instead of being a puppet. But right now, he's putting himself, because of his lack of knowledge and understanding of what the role was supposed to be and his perception of it, he's put himself in a position where he either is going to have to bow
And,
down and become their puppet or leave.
but that's what I see. This is what I mean by that because it's like, and I don't want to sound smarter or dumber than anybody else because I think sometimes I sound a lot. It's just the point of social media has put this man in this position. And since this man's been put in this position as in a social media world, fuck the whole presidencies and voting and all that shit. That shit went out the window when he won. Now look at the world now. Social media is taking over a lot of situations that needs to be controlled. You got to understand a lot of people are going to jail based off of social media. Agent Orange was president from social media. I don't. Maybe after this year, after this,
Well, a lot of people are not going to jail because of the social media. So, point in case, you
point in case.
have the army man who did all of those war crimes, right? And
Mm-hmm.
he went and whatever, what do you call it when they damn it, he didn't exonerate him, but he come on, where's the smart people in the chat? When he gave the man a pardon, so he overturned the man's sentence. This is somebody who broke the rule, like war crimes, right?
Right.
um there's, fuck, I didn't make this up, but there's certain shit you can't do in war, right? Here's Trump's opinion of it. What the fuck you mean there's rules in war? Once we go to war, we kill. You understand? Like, it's just murder, death, kill to him, right? So he cannot see, because he didn't go to war, he never, participated in a war. He doesn't understand that there's rules to that shit. So this man was in there being a vigilante, and he went ahead and hey Miss G, he went ahead and just like let the man out. He just pardoned him. They found him guilty of all the shit, and he comes in there and says, "Listen, what do you expect him to do during wartime?" So this shit is hilarious because he has no clue of what it actually means. He only has his perception of what stuff is supposed to be, and he's executing that. And social media in this instance gave him the story, and they fed to him because they can't. It's clear he can't read, so they have to He's a visual or audio learner. So things he sees and hears is what he learns from. So they've been doing all kinds of, and I'm using somebody's word from yesterday, propaganda to present their side of situations to him so that he can process it and respond accordingly through the social media, through his own Twitter and what's his new. I don't know if he got an Instagram because I damn sure know he got a Twitter. He actually changed Twitter because Twitter used to be like so many characters. Now you can write a whole fucking Donald Trump stupid ass storyline and get away with it. But anywho, that's Donald Trump. He does shit like that all the time. Welcome to Donald Trump land. It's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. But he's the best president I've seen in a long time. Let me put my face on that because I want to make sure I say that with my face on it. I think there's I love listening to his rationale behind his decisions. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm impressed by them. Not encouraged, but impressed. Oh, Joy just gonna leave me hanging. Anywho, the movie was good. The Bad Boy movie, I will say, was a good movie. Uh, at the end, there's some relationships there that get they lose an officer. They lose the chief of police.
I'm still here, Mo. Give me a second. I'm getting
I
these
know
things in
you
this bed
talking to
real
kids.
quick.
Mhm. Um, but he's uh, they lose the police chief. Uh, it sounds as if there's going to be another Bad Boy movie, but it don't sound like it's going to have Martin Lawrence in it. Um, Based on how it ended, but not because Martin Lawrence is dead or anything. Um, and that's it. I won't leave y'all to the big mystery. You'll figure that out if you go see it on your own. I'll leave some room for suspense. I'll leave suspense in the air, but um, I don't like ruining things for everybody. I just gave you the basics, but I think whatever the big twat thing, twister thing is, I left it so you would be surprised. But that's it. Lot of laughable moments in there. If you have a sense of humor, there's a lot of laughable moments. Um, I was laughing my ass off in the movie theater. Not too many people laughing. I had an annoying ass fucking father who must have had Saturday visitation with his kids because them damn kids wouldn't sit fucking still for nothing. They kept kicking my chair. I want to fucking fuck them up because I wasn't in the theater. I'm so mad. I should have just waited, but well, I didn't know at the time, but I should have waited because then I would have had the reclining chair. Then I wouldn't been so upset if you kicked my chair because I would have been all laid back and snugged up in my chair. I hope I find one of those movie theaters here in New York that has the recliner seats and everything, cause that's where I want to go. I like to be in the recliner seat, and that's about it. But Bad Boy, I wasn't disappointed, and that's it. Anybody, Miss G, you been to the movies lately? No, I doubt you want to be sitting in a damn movie theater. Forget about it. I'll just leave that one alone. That's it. I do have to get up early in the morning because I am gonna go to the hair salon. I'm gonna try to be there for 7:30 when they open their doors so I can get my hair done. But I'm gonna tell you, in this hair salon, all the church going people bring their ass up in there Sunday morning to get their hair done. So it'd be about six regulars that be out there at 7:30 waiting for them to open the door to get their hair done. Because when they go into church, they got to be looking fresh dip for the church. Hot ass mess. And then I run the risk of not having the person to blow out my hair. But it's okay. Everything's gonna be all right. And that will end all my SatHERday things. I even gave AJ a bath today. AJ looks so pretty coming out of the car wash. I got out the car this time to see because I think I gotta get brakes in the front because it's grinding or whatever. Now I can see the difference between the brakes. See, I don't even know. I didn't know what these parts of the car look like before now. Now I know. Let me take a peek on my phone to see if there's any activity on the YouTube street. I'm gonna sit up here and watch Bad Boys 1 and 2 tonight. Oh, his name was Marcus. Marcus Barrett. And I guess they became detectives. They're not lieutenant. He's a detective. Oh my god, I didn't know Will's name was Willard. Oh Lord, with a name like that, this is why you were able to get away. Willard sounds like a white dude. That's why they accepted you, Willard. Oh, all right. But he definitely got this acting thing under control. But I was looking. There was something I was. Oh, I was looking to see what was the. He was. Uh, why gives the other one's name but not his name? The Fresh Prince of Bel Air, Pursuit of Happiness, Aladdin. I loved him in Aladdin last year. I forgot I saw Aladdin last year. I thought he was funny in there. Um, I watched something. I think I Am Legend. I saw that with Alethea. Bad Boys, Bad Boys for Life. I didn't see iRobot. Oh, I missed a lot. Men in Black. He was in Men in Black. Wow. I guess I missed a lot of movies. 7 pounds. Why that sound familiar? Was that the one where he was getting all beat up as I mean not beat up, but he was a boxer? After Earth, I missed that. Hancock. I kinda remember Hancock. I kinda. Collateral Beauty. Concussion. No, Concussion was the one with the football. Men in Black 3, Enemy of the State, Bright. I missed all of these. Focus, Spies in Disguise. I didn't know he was in the Karate Kid either. Men in Black 2, Alley. Hmm. Oh, sorry, Ali. I think that got him, he won something for that one. Then there was Shark Tale, 7 Degrees of Separation. Oh, seven, I meant to say six. Wild Wild West, The Legend of Bagger Vance, Winter's Tale. Oh, they have a Black Annie, Where the Day Takes You, Made in America, All of Us. They got the nerve to have Bad Boys 4. The fuck is Bad Boys 4? All right, The Men's War, The Secret Life of Bees, One Strange Rock, Lakeview Terrace, ATL, Showtime. I think they just putting these motherfucking movies up here now. Saving Faith, The Redemption of, Anchorman 2 The Legend, Men in Black Alien Attack, Rocking Through the Decade, Will Smith The Jump, A Closer Look, Will Smith movie video, and The Karate Kid 2. Interesting life. Anyway, I will be looking at some other stuff. I did one fucking 8 hour live this week and it knocked me out. The only reason why I've been coming live right now is because, let me show y'all how tired I am. It's because the StreamYards gave me, I still got, it says 3 more days free. So if somebody's going to give you something for free, you plan on using the free stuff. So I'm using the free stuff. And then I'm going to wait until February 9th to go live again from this as a free option for the 20 hours. I am going to budget it better because y'all don't come up here on the platforms anyway. So
What time is Sunday start? What time is Sunday service? Because I go
yeah,
to school in the morning.
after my hair gets done, so you could sleep.
No,
So
I got my class. Well, you get up early. Your time is different from mine. I be
well, it be
7.
7. I normally start at 7, right? But I've been pushing it to 8 because some people on the
Oh
West
yeah, I
Coast
think
are
I'll
5
be.
a.m.
Yeah,
But I'm
yeah.
not doing that. I'm not going live until sometime in the evening. I'm going to get my
Oh,
hair done.
good. Okay, because I gotta go to the library and then I gotta go to class. So I
I
got you.
forgot. I forgot what they call. You know how when you go to Sundays, like they have um this Sunday, it's a special Sunday. It's Women's Sunday. You know how they be having like Women's Day. It's Women's Day at, at Motown. Cause I was looking at something. I was going to see last year when we came to Black History Month, right? I decided to feature poems by um, Maya Angelou and Nikki Giovanni. That's what I did last year. But I started reading their poems and I didn't like their poems. Um, fucking like like don't get me wrong, I, they are deep poems. I ain't want to be all that deep. You know, I didn't want to go all into that black stuff. I didn't want to do all of that with the audience that I had. So this year I was trying to see if I could find somebody that had like short stories that was a black author to celebrate for the month of February. But I didn't come across anything that I find appropriate for our environment. So I try to, condition shit to our time. And I wanted to make sure that it makes sense. Like if I'm gonna talk to talk, I wanna have things that are that people can walk away feeling like either they engaged in a conversation and they walked away in a better position than when they entered the conversation. But I don't want to be up here arguing with people about shit either. I don't want people coming through here and trying to explain to me, what it means to be black in America. Because then I want to explain to people what it means to be Puerto Rican in America. Now, shout out to all the women tomorrow, Latinas in the house, doing the Super Bowl thing. I am so let me tell you, I am so perplexed. But I will not be watching Jennifer Lopez and Sierra or whatever the fuck her name is. And I am torn by that. Torn. And I'm like, how many times, and this is going to sound crazy, the last time I saw, isn't Mars, Bruno Mars, isn't he like one of them people? Like, I'm over it. It seems like every other performance for the Super Bowl is thing, but I feel like Jennifer Lopez is going to dance, and but it who is she? So I'm torn. I know I'm not watching the football game, even though I was tempted today to get me a 49ers t-shirt. But I didn't do that either because I am standing with Kaepernick. And I'm mad that I ever went with the other Super Bowl game that I did a couple years ago, but I had to go with the Eagles. It was like history. Like that was history in the make. That was a history making moment. You didn't want to be detached from that. But since then I haven't been participating in football. And I am gonna watch the because I already had set my clock to watching the other people. The All-Star game for the basketball, and I'm mad because now it's going to be all inundated with Kobe Bryant. Um, that it's just going to be like, hopefully people learn how to celebrate life when people are no longer here. I am going to do a card reading. Oh, I'll save this for tomorrow. Why are these psychics up here on the YouTube reading cards for Kobe Bryant? I'm so mad with them in this bullshit. I'm just like, do we do this for everything? Like, is this standard operating procedures that we just get up here and act a fool on this shit? When something happens, just to recycle, redoing the same shit over and over again. But I'm gonna be over and out. Yo, for the dude that came up in here when I started 2 hours ago, when he said he was busting out, 20 minutes in. See, my boring ass had a 2 hour live without you. I ain't let you make no entertainment. This is Mo, and I ain't for your show. Good night, Joy. Thank you for being a good sport and coming up here and doing inconsequential conversation with me. Give the babies a kiss goodnight, and I hope y'all wash the dishes. Make them do dishes. Get them on dish detail. Oh, maybe I shouldn't get my hair washed. Maybe I should get my hair braided tomorrow. Sorry,